Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for, what was that? Hey guys. Thanks for tuning in for another video. I know that I've been kind of absent a little bit. Kind of needed to take a break. Not willingly. My body just kind of shut down on its own and I think was going through its own kind of healing thing. And yeah, so here I am. I'm back. So as you can see from the title of the video, today we're going to be talking about kind of going back in time. Going back to when we were children. Do you remember how you were? Do you remember how creative you were? Do you remember your own thoughts, your own abilities to basically just be who you are? I feel like once we grew up, we grew out of that. And it wasn't something that we necessarily tried to. It's just if we felt like we didn't fit in, or if we felt like we were being attacked in some way, shape, or form, we wanted to change that. And if we saw that the person next to us was succeeding in some way, or getting attention, or popularity, or whatever it is, we wanted to mimic that so that we can have that too, because we thought that that was what life was, I guess, as a kid. So essentially, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to do some serious shadow work on myself and heal my inner self, my inner child, the child that I once left behind in the dark and never let see light. I want to know when I stopped being myself. And I want to say that it was probably in middle school, because that's like your awkward age where you really want to make sure that you fit in. You want to make sure you're doing your best. That's when people really start making you focus on your schoolwork and make sure that you're going to get a good job and just make sure that you're making a career out of it or whatever. This world, and not only just the world, but even our parents have corrupted us from being a child to neglecting our ability to express our creativeness, use our imagination. Like when we're kids, we're not allowed to have those things. Well, when we're at a certain age, but once we grow up to a certain age, we have to cut that off and start being responsible and start being an adult and start living, the life that we're supposed to live, because that's what society wants us to do. They want to make sure that we have, the only way that we can make money is from a corporate type job, a 9-to-5 job, and make sure you get the benefits, because if you don't have those things, then you're not succeeding. So we get to a point in our life where we are making sure that other people are always accepting us, and that's changing who we are. And what happened to us accepting ourselves for who we are and what we believe and how we think and how we dress? What happened to us just accepting who you are exactly the way you are? And I don't blame the way that the world has went. I think it helped a lot of people in a lot of different ways, but I think we've also taken advantage and used most of these things for, I don't know the right word to, I want to say bad, but I know that's not the best word to use. We're just constantly trying to make sure that people accept us and want us, I guess. So we just started seeing life as making sure that other people view us a certain way instead of seeing us a certain way. Looking at yourself in the mirror and just being completely authentic and accepting every bit of yourself, your flaws, and just who you are. I mean, me as a child, I was so creative, and I always tried to be like pretty artsy. I tried to just create my own sense of style. When I was a kid, I would always wear one earring, and guess what's in? guess what the trend is? One earring. People used to always make fun of me. They would always tell me that I'm missing an earring, or did I forget to put in my other earring, you know, whatever it was. But I always loved that look, and I wouldn't be able to have pictures because back in the day we didn't really use phones or anything like that for pictures, and I don't think that I would really find anything that far back. But I wore one earring, and that was something that people judged me on, and now everyone's doing it. Not saying that this is a trend, but I was so creative to the point where I thought wearing jean pants with like a cloth skirt over it was cool. But that was me. I expressed myself in every way that I wanted. And then it got to a point where people started judging me, and I thought that that wasn't okay. I thought what I was doing was not right, and you know, if I kept doing it, then people wouldn't accept me and people wouldn't like me, or you know, having friends was like such a huge thing. Like all I wanted to do was be popular, and I guess you can say I was in the popular crowd, but I think that was just because my one friend back in the day, I was friends with her, so I just kind of got tagged along with everything, and I felt so left out. And people would still talk about me in that group, and I just don't understand why. I don't understand why people judged me a certain way. I don't get why people had to view me a certain way. Like, I honestly feel like I can cry about it, just because sometimes I can still feel those emotions of just not feeling wanted. Like I literally felt like I was in the wrong group of people, and that was just because I was trying to feel accepted. And don't do that. I think I neglected the people that I should have been friends with or should have been around. I neglected those people because I wanted to be a certain person, because I thought that that was how I was supposed to do it. But of course, growing up, we don't think of these things to, you know, if someone judges us on something, we don't think to be like, hey, piss off because I fucking like myself. You know what I mean? Sorry for the language, man, I'll bleep that out. But no one teaches us to accept ourselves. No one teaches us to express our creativity and know that that's okay. And I'm here to say, like, do it. Be yourself. Like, the way I look at it is like, how many, and this is just one example, how many Kardashians do you see in the world? Everyone looks the same. Everyone does the same thing. Everyone dresses the same. And I get it to a point, like, you want to feel good, you want to, you know, look good, and that's fine. And I think in all reality, like, we don't really have a choice but to buy certain clothes because that's all they sell. But in general, how many Kardashians do you see? They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Need I say more? So my point in all this is, one, embrace your weirdness, because that makes you authentic. That makes you who you are, and who you are is so okay. It is so okay. This past like 2 weeks that I've just been trying to heal myself, I have been so down on myself because breathing helps. I shut out who I am. And not only this world, but everyone that just advertises that you have to do something to change yourself, to feel better about yourself. And I stopped seeing the beauty in myself. And I know that's hard to see from someone looking in, because one, they don't know what I'm going through, and they just see me as, this ideal image because I go to the gym and, I take care of myself or whatever, but you don't know what's going on in my head. And I'm here to just say that just be yourself. Be who you are. From this day on, I'm choosing to be myself, and obviously to still take care of myself, because you still want to do that. You still want to feel good about yourself. Like, make sure that you still feel good about yourself, but just stop being like everyone, because that's not you. We all have to embrace who we are. I'm here to heal myself. I'm here to do the most intense shadow work on myself, to apologize to myself, apologize to my child self for shutting her out and keeping her locked away in a closed room, in a closed, dark room, and never letting her see the light. I am so sorry to myself that I didn't accept myself growing up. And I think one meditation that I've been doing that's been helping me, and I think will help a lot of people if you are in the similar situation, or works with anything, if you have gotten into a fight with someone, or if you have done something where you feel like you can't recover from, and just whatever it is, the meditation is called like Ho'oponopono. I'll just write it in the description box below, because I don't really know the correct way to say it, but it's just, I think, like 4 words, and I'm gonna screw it up because I don't know exactly what order it is, but it's just 4 words that you say repeatedly, and that's just talking to yourself. That's just accepting that you forgive yourself and that you love yourself, and you can let go of that. And I think it's I'm sorry, or I think I'm sorry, I forgive you, I love you, thank you. And I don't really know exactly which way that goes, but you're just forgiving yourself for everything. If I felt like I reacted to something very emotionally, I'll listen to that, because we are still human. We are allowed to go through things, but it's just how long you keep yourself in that state. And I think that's why it was so hard for me to give up the last 2 weeks. I swear I cried almost every day. And that's just me being authentic right now. Like, that's just me telling the truth. I try to be as positive as I can. I try to be, raw and real with myself and with you guys. And if I'm helping someone, I'm truly grateful for that. I'm not gonna lie, I got so sidetracked that I forgot what I was saying. So just be who you are and just embrace yourself. Release that inner child of yourself that you locked out and kept away. Be authentic. And that's all I have for today. I'm sorry for being so vulnerable, but I hope it helps someone. And until next time, stay true. Namaste.